Today we're going to have a look at one of my favorite features in Kanka, which are webhooks. This is especially useful if you have a Discord server with your players and they have a tendency to be active there and to forget that your Kanka world exists. So we're going to set a webhook up in Discord and see how Kanka can send notifications in your Discord, how to customize them very briefly. And yeah, that's it. Let's jump into creating our first webhook. In our example, we're going to set up a webhook to post messages in Discord as soon as an entity is created. For this, I'm first going into my Discord and I'll go to edit my channel. And here we have integrations, where we have webhooks, which you'll notice is the same name that is used in Kanka. Let's create a webhook, which will create a URL. Click copy webhook URL and close Discord. And in Kanka, let's go to settings and webhooks. We can also access this by searching for webhooks. And then create a new webhook. We'll say whenever a new entity, and we have a few choices here. The URL, this is the one generated by Discord. I'm pasting this here. We're going to send a message and say, who created name? Check it out at URL. Who, name, and URL are variables, which we have available in our webhooks. There's a little helper link here, which brings us to the documentation, which goes into full detail of what's possible and what's available. Tags we're going to leave empty for now, and we are going to leave this webhook as enabled. Now that my new webhook is created, I'm going to go and create a character. Let's say character, name him Jim Bob. Create character. This character has been created. Let's go and check in my Discord notifications if the webhook has been triggered. Great success! I can see here that my webhook has come. Jay created Jim Bob, check it out at, and here's the URL. And that's basically webhooks. I can change the event to be when an entity is edited or when an entity is deleted. For example, if you're suspecting your players are deleting things they shouldn't, you can have a webhook also for that. You can also use this with other integrations. It doesn't have to be Discord, it can be whatever URL and send even a payload, which is a JSON object, which is also all documented in the documentation. And we can also have a bunch of tags. So we can say, I only want, let's take here, I think I have a player's tag, I do not. Let's take NPC. So if a player accidentally deletes a major NPC entity, I want to get a Discord notification. This works for any entity. I used characters as this example, but it can also be for session notes whenever a user creates a new session note, or you as a DM and you want your players to be notified in your shared Discord. And that's basically webhooks. We created a simple webhook to notify a Discord server when a new entity is created. As mentioned, we can also do the same for when an entity is edited or deleted. So if one of your players accidentally deletes something they shouldn't, you can get a notification directly and go and fix the error. This isn't just limited to Discord. You can plug in any URL which accepts either a message or a JSON payload. You can see more about it in the docs, but very briefly, if you have your own integration with Zapier or end-to-end, or your own custom code which can receive data and then you can do your own thing on the back end, the possibilities are limitless.